Okay, and we should be live now. Hello, everybody. It's Aaron the Surrealist, semi-late on this Thursday morning. Good morning to everybody who may or may not be up. I totally doubt that people would be up to be watching this or tuning into this stream right here, right now. But if you happen to be looking around maybe your subscriptions and you come across this video or you click on this video, hello to anybody who might be tuning in. I see 0 up there on the viewership icon thing over there, but whatnot. Welcome to basically my first live stream here on the channel. My first live stream to specifically watch and react to the 2022 Academy Award nominations, as the ceremony is late next month, March 27th. I watched a whole bunch of movies last year. I had a really great time catching up and watching all the different movies that came out last year. I really thought that last year was a really great year for movies. You can check out actually a long podcast episode that I did with a few movie buddies of mine over on the Cogan Spoerry Channel, as we talked about our top 5 and top 10-ish favorite movies of 2021. And we kind of talked about our favorite movies, some of our dishonorable mentions, and our least favorite movies of that year. So you can go over to Cogan Spoerry Channel. I'll have a link in the description somewhere, hopefully. And you can go check out that podcast and hear the rest of our reactions and responses to all the rest of the movies that we watched last year. I watched as many movies as I could, as many movies as I can tackle and get onto in the theater. Some movies I kind of skipped out on, either because they didn't look very interesting to me, or maybe one movie looked more appealing to me than the other movie. I kind of missed out on watching the other movie. I guess case in point, I didn't watch Licorice Pizza, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie with the strange and funny and semi-delicious title, until last month in January. That was fine. Kind of caught up on that movie. So there's that. I watched kind of a pretty good deal of all the great movies out there. There was Dune that I saw. That was my favorite movie of last year. Then Spider-Man No Way Home was obviously a very big deal in December. My mind is kind of going blank as it's kind of late, and I kind of just want to jump right into the 94th Academy Oscar nominations as I kind of navigate. There we go, sharing the screen over here in StreamYard, as you can obviously tell from the duck in that upper, if I can point in that upper corner over there, you can see the duck as I'm doing the trial version of this StreamYard thing. I guess another disclaimer, excuse any noise that might happen in the background with like the washer that's going on, and my pellet stove is going on kind of in the background, and you might hear some stomping or whatever as my wife is up watching TV, and the dogs are up and about and doing things, and they might come downstairs to check on things and maybe check things out going on this stream. So that's Solo, and that's hooray for navigating a live streaming platform for the first time and navigating things. Anyway, so as you can see here, I have the Oscar nominations pulled up. So let's see if I can navigating. So this the nominations were announced Tuesday morning. I think it was Tuesday 5:18 Pacific time, because I'm Pacific time and that's what I remember for it. It was first broadcast Tuesday morning, even though it's Thursday morning now. I first meant to go ahead and get up early and try to stream and bring up the Oscar nominations and stream my reactions to it then and there, as I mess around with the levels on my microphone. How do I sound? Hopefully I'm not too loud or too quiet. I feel like I sound a little bit quiet. I just turned it up a little bit. Anyway, too loud. Bring that down as I take like 10 minutes to get into this thing. Okay. I actually wanted to go ahead and stay up and watch the Oscar nominations live over on the YouTube channel. But like, I put myself to bed at like 2 a.m. or so. I didn't quite want to stay up late that whole night, then watch the stream of the Oscars, and then go to bed and then sleep for 6 or 7 hours before I actually went to work. So I thought I could like nap for a couple of hours or so, and then my dogs woke me up at around 4 or so, but I was super tired, so I didn't at that point want to get up and get all this set up and try to watch and react to the Oscar nominations. So I am going into this pretty fresh, actually. I'm going to mess with my meters even more. Okay, done there. So I am pretty fresh for the most part watching these nominations for the first time. I've seen bits and pieces of what the nominations are online and different things that have been shared around. I definitely know that The Power of the Dog was nominated for Best Picture, so that's pretty cool and interesting. And it's no surprise to me that Dune was nominated and swept a whole bunch of nominations for the Oscars this year, so I'm sure that's going to pick up several many awards once the ceremony comes next month. I think I saw Belfast for a couple of nominations here and there. Hopefully, I'm sure Encanto, the latest Pixar movie, is going to be nominated for Best Animated Feature, as Pixar often notoriously likes to do with the animated feature category. I'm sure, what's the Bruno song? We don't talk about Bruno. I'm sure will be nominated for original song. Hopefully, maybe not. We'll see about that. Let's see if I have any other preliminary predictions for the nominations. I mean, with so many movies that came out last year and so many great movies that came out last year, hopefully, come on, the Joaquin Phoenix black and white movie gets a lot of get some grabs, maybe for director, screenplay, cinematography. I'm sure for the black and white stuff, maybe editing. Dune, visual effects is kind of the big thing. I'm sure it'll win the best visual effects. That might be my vote off the bat. We'll see. I really hope Dune gets production design and director. I mean, it'd be cool if it won those two, but I'm quite positive it'll be nominated for production design, director, and cinematography for sure. The cinematography in Dune, so delicious and so good. Hopefully Hans Zimmer gets something or is nominated for something. For score, for soundtrack, or best song, or however that works. Anyway, I think I just want to kind of jump into this and see how all this pans out. I don't know if I have any other major predictions or anything major that comes to mind with. I think this will be nominated for this and this and this. I mean, there are several movies for each category, so anything can be nominated for anything. It's not like I can predict this will be nominated for this or this or this. So we'll see how that happens. Okay, let's break out and get into this, get it done, and see what's nominated this year.
I may be in the movie capital of the world, but movies really live wherever you come together in theaters or in your homes to share great stories told on the screen. And today we celebrate that, thanks to the nearly 9,500.
And before I started this stream, I did like 3 or 4 different audio tests just to make sure that the YouTube audio would be picked up and recorded along with this stream. I'm fairly confident that it's being picked up, but if not, I apologize, and I'll try to spell things out as much as I can. So anyway, here we go.
100 voting members of the Academy. They're movie makers, sure, but really movie lovers about to share.
I mean, I like how sentiment. Okay, you won't be talking for very long.
I hope you're doing the same with your friends and your family. Now's the time. Movie lovers unite. Let's meet your announcement hosts, Tracy Ellis Ross and Leslie Jordan.
I am so excited. I went to sleep dressed like this. Now let's go to the Oscars, Tracy. What time are you picking me up?
Uh-oh, Leslie, someone did not read the memo. The Oscars are not tonight. They're on March 27th.
Coming up, we got original score, sound, costume design, supporting actress, trivia. Which film holds the record for most Oscars wins? The Lord of the Rings, each of the 3 movies. I don't know how the trivia section over here is going to work, if it's going to show an answer, but the biggest answer that comes to my mind is all 3 Lord of the Rings movies for sweeping everything that it was nominated for. Maybe Titanic? Anyway.
This morning, we just announced the nominees.
This is why I hate being hunkered down. I never know what day it is or month. But if it's not the Oscars, why are you dressed so nice?
Oh, this old thing? This is my workout outfit, Leslie. I just threw this on to go to cycling class in an hour. All right. This year's Oscars theme is Movie Lovers Unite. And during this next half hour, we will be joined by some very special movie lovers across the country to help us announce some of the nominees. Are you ready, Leslie?
Hurry up.
I'll be right back. This outfit,
don't got all night.
It doesn't feel right for the Oscar announcements.
Okay. All right. Well, Oscar nominees in most categories are chosen by members of their respective branches, but nominees for Best Picture are chosen by the entire Academy membership. And if you stay tuned to find out how this year you, the fans, will be able to to vote for your favorite movie and movie moment featured on the Oscar telecast.
Now I'm ready. I love it. Understated and traditional.
Very much
Here are the
understated.
nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting
Supporting
role.
role for an actress. There were honestly several great actresses in the past movies. Oh, what's her name from Licorice Pizza? Was that a supporting role? Okay, her. Haim is her last name. Kristen Stewart was leading actress. Anyway, supporting role.
Jessie Buckley in The Lost Daughter.
Okay.
Ariana DeBose in West Side Story.
Yep, there you go. I think she was
Judi
Maria.
Dench in Belfast.
Okay.
Kirsten Dunst in Power
Okay,
of the
there you
Dog.
go. Yeah, first one with Power
And
of the Dog.
Ingenue Ellis in King Richard.
Okay.
My turn. Here are the nominees for achievement in costume design.
Ooh.
Period pieces for sure.
Cruella,
Fair enough. Okay.
Cyrano,
Cyrano?
Dune,
Yep, obviously.
Nightmare Alley,
Oh, yep, definitely.
and West Side Story.
There we go. Another one for West Side Story.
I'm a little hurt.
Some great nominations there for costume design and period pieces. It's hard to kind of jump around. Cruella has all the different costumes in it. Cyrano is a period piece. Dune has all the really cool costumes. It has the skin suits. I'm not remembering anything right on the spot here. It has the skin suit. You guys know what it's called. The skin suit in Dune that it reuses the water in their bodies and everything. Different kinds of like tribal costumes, I think, for the House Atreides. Anyway, all the fantastic and interesting sci-fi costumes in that movie.
And West Side Story.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm a little hurt my costume wasn't nominated again. Well, maybe next year. Here are the nominees for achievement in sound. Belfast,
Okay.
Dune,
Sounds a fun category. Heck yes.
No Time to Die,
All right, for James
The
Bond.
Power of the Dog, and West Side Story.
Okay, fair. Dune, very much worthy. I'm trying to think of other movies where like sound really stood out.
As part
Anyway.
of our movie lovers uniting across the country, let's go to Troy, Michigan. Joining us are 11 healthcare professionals from Beaumont Hospital.
Has to be fixed.
Reading the nominees is physician's assistant and
Very
fellow
cool.
movie lover, Shantia Bobo Harden, who loves the movie Girl Trip. Shantia, over to you.
Thank you, Tracy. Here are the nominees for achievement in music. Original
Here we
score.
go.
Don't Look Up.
Oh, for the movie?
Dune.
Yeah. Okay. Dune, obviously. Hans Zimmer. Come
Encanto.
on, Hans Zimmer. And Encanto, really
Parallel
great score.
Mothers.
Okay.
And The Power of
the Dog. Okay. Power of the Dog
Thank
shows
you
up yet
so
again.
much, Shantia. And thank you to all the healthcare workers at Beaumont and all across the country. who
Super
do
good. Super
so much
cool.
for all of us. Thank you.
They deserve to watch every movie for free
Leslie,
for a whole
Leslie,
freaking year.
Wait, is that an official Oscar pendant? And if so, why didn't I get one?
I borrowed it from your Oscar nominations gift basket.
Ah, okay.
And now, adapted screenplay. The nominees are
Adapted. West Side Story, I think, could be one. There are a number of adaptations this past year.
Coda, screenplay by Sean Hayter, screenplay by
Uh-oh.
Ryusuke
Drive My Car.
Hamaguchi
His audio's kind of in
and
and out.
Taka Masaoa. Dune,
Yep.
screenplay by
Definitely.
John Spates,
Somehow forgot that one.
Denis
Denis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, and Eric Roth.
The Lost Daughter, written by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that's right. She wrote that and
And The
directed,
Power
I
of the
think.
Dog, written by Jane Campion.
Power of the Dog might sweep things this year. We'll see.
Here are the nominees for original screenplay. Belfast.
Fun category.
written by
Oh,
Kenneth
okay.
Branagh.
I figured that might be an adapted screenplay because it's based on Kenneth Branagh's childhood, but it could still be original.
Don't Look Up, screenplay by Adam McClain.
Half adapted, half
Story
inspired,
by
half
Adam
original.
McKay
I mean original.
And David Sirota.
Not a huge Adam McKay fan myself.
King Richard, written by
Mhm.
Zach Balin.
Licorice Pizza, written by Paul
Obviously.
Thomas
Yep.
Anderson.
And The Worst Person in the World, written by S.
Oh, I've
Kilbach
heard,
and
I've heard of that.
Joachim Trier.
I have yet to watch that.
Here are the nominees for Best Animated Short Film.
Animated shorts. These are the
Affairs
fun
of
ones.
the
Okay.
Bestia,
And a big disclaimer with these like short film categories, like there's going to be documentary shorts and live action short, I think is another category. It's very, very rare for me to watch any of the short films because they're not like super mainstream or they don't go to the theater very much. I did in the documentary feature category. I don't usually watch the documentary features, so we're going into like the 5 categories I don't actively watch movies in. No disrespect whatsoever. I just don't watch them very much. And there's that.
Box Ballet,
I do like to catch up on
Robin,
these short pieces
and The Windshield Wiper.
as we approach the ceremony. Those titles look very interesting. Robin, Windshield Wiper for animated short films.
Another category
fun.
for me. Back to back, Leslie again. I think they like my announcer voice. And now, the nominees for Best Live Action Short Film.
Okay,
Well done.
A la Cachu, Take and Run,
interesting.
The Dress, The Long Goodbye,
Okay,
On My Mind, and Please Hold.
please hold.
It's so appropriate that I just announced animated short film and live action short for I Am Animated and Short.
Oh, Leslie. And now here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a supporting role.
Actors.
Corrine Hines in Belfast.
Okay,
Troy Kotzer in Coda. Jesse Plemons in The Power of the Dog.
it's Power of the Dog again.
J.K. Simmons in Being the Ricardos.
Oh, that's right.
And Cody
Cool.
Smith McPhee in Power of the Dog.
Nominated twice.
In just a few minutes, we've got more nominee announcements coming up, including those for lead actor and
Okay, I need
actress.
to speed through these. Where are we at? Doing some fun skit stuff, maybe. Right there.
All right. Now it is time for the rest of the Oscar nomination announcements, including the big one at the end
Best
for Big
Picture.
Picture. Here are the nominees for achievement in film editing.
Film editing, the fun one. Dune, maybe Licorice Pizza.
Don't Look Up.
Okay.
Dune.
Don't Look Up is getting some considerable nomination recognition. Like it or not, it's getting some recognition. This is interesting. I wonder if Leonardo DiCaprio will get a nom for best leading actor, supporting actor. I forget which actor category came up. Yep, Dune for sure.
King Richard.
Okay.
The Power of the Dog.
Power of the Dog.
And Tick Tick Boom.
Tick Tick Boom's editing was interesting. A disclaimer, I haven't watched the whole movie because I'm weird and I wanted to watch something else. I watched like the first third or so of Tick Tick Boom. The editing is it reminded me a lot of Vice. It reminded me a lot of what Adam McKay does with his movies, where it kind of jumps around in time a little bit. It jumps into and out of the characters' minds and you can't totally follow with it. You have to just kind of assume where you are in real life or not. The Tick Tick Boom's editing is what can I explain beyond that? Like, it does some really neat montages where Andrew Garfield's character Jonathan Larson is trying to write songs, trying to write stuff. So it does kind of a jump cut editing montagey sort of way of showing him trying to write songs and stuff over a long period of time. It does some interesting editing stuff where Jonathan Larson is in like real life doing his musical renditions or in the diner working, and then it suddenly goes to a musical number. So from what I've seen so far, Tick Tick Boom has some interesting editing to it.
Why, Leslie, don't you look beautiful?
My.
Well, thank you, Tracy.
Oh, you're
Next,
welcome.
I get to announce everyone up for achievement in makeup and hairstyling.
Dune.
None of whom showed up at my house.
Dune's gonna be a big one because I forget his first name. Skarsgård, who played the Baron, I think, just covered in like this fat suit prosthetics. And I recently watched the bonus features for him getting into that fat suit. Just, I mean, lots of props to that actor for getting into that suit. But that suit in itself, anyway, I'm sure Dune's gonna get
This morning.
something.
I did this all myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Period pieces are gonna
Now, here
come
are
up
the
in here.
nominees.
Gorilla,
America.
Coming to America. Oh, okay.
Cruella.
Yep.
Dune.
Yep.
The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Oh, okay.
And House of Gucci.
Obviously. Might be the first nomination I've seen for House of Gucci. Nothing for costuming. We'll see how it does. Nothing for adapted screenplay. I don't know if the script was really that good. So maybe for something for directing or acting later on.
And now it is time to meet a huge movie fan coming to us from Tampa.
A huge movie fan and a huge guy. Well, to me, everyone is huge.
Oh, Leslie. He is a WWE superstar who established the award-winning Thaddeus M. Bullard Academy at Sly
I need to jump
Middle
ahead again.
Magnet
Okay.
Courtney, take it away.
Here are the nominees for the Best Animated Feature Film.
Here we go. Encanto.
Encanto.
Yep.
Flea.
What else? Oh, yep. I heard that was good.
Luca.
Luca.
The Mitchells versus the Machine.
Luca was a big one. Mitchell Machines, I've heard a lot of great things
and
about.
Raya and the Lost Dragon.
What? Yeah, a lot of fabulous choices in this category. It's going to be a super close one. Maybe Encanto, maybe Luca or something else. Is Luca? I think Raya is DreamWorks. Is Luca DreamWorks too? I don't remember.
Well done.
Yay, yay, yay. So thanks to Titus, Courtney, and all those.
Next is
And
original
now,
song.
Here's the song. Be Alive from King
Uh-huh.
Richard.
Dos Oruguitas from Encanto.
Oh, fair enough.
Down to
Oh, that might mean that We Don't Talk About Bruno doesn't get nominated, huh?
Joy from Belfast.
No
Interesting.
Time to Die from No Time to Die.
Yep. Is No Time to Die specifically the Billie Eilish song at the
And
beginning? I forget.
somehow you do from 4 Good
Okay.
Days.
The category is Best Documentary Short. Oh, you're making me do the short category again.
I didn't do it. It wasn't
It
me.
was you. It was you.
Always a
Here are
good
the nominees
category.
for Best Documentary Short Subject. Audible,
Okay.
Lead Me Home,
Lead Me Home.
The Queen of Basketball,
Okay, interesting.
3 Songs for Ben Azir.
I just get
and
amused
When
by the
We Were
titles.
Bullies.
When we were, all right, some interesting titles in there.
Now, here are the nominees for Best Documentary Feature.
The Rescue was the only documentary feature I saw last year. I loved it. It had better get nominated. I will be mad if
Ascension?
it's not.
Attica,
Come on, Attica. Okay,
Flea,
fair enough.
Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised.
Come on.
And Riding with Fire.
Ugh,
Joining
okay,
us
whatever.
from Times Square, our New York's
Whatever.
bravest
The Rescue might be on Netflix. I'm not sure where it is. I loved it. It cheered me up quite a bit. It was super fascinating and just crazy thrilling to see how the 12 or 13 Thai soccer boys and their coach, who was stuck in a cavern in Thailand, and like this crazy rescue operation to navigate through 6 kilometers or miles of these underground stream and cave systems. The documentary just blew my mind. It's insane how this whole operation took place. Just look into it. It's difficult for me to describe it again and again. Look into it. I highly recommend it.
members of the Fire Department of New York. At the microphone
done.
is fellow movie fan Lieutenant Thomas Carrera, whose favorite movie is Goodfellas.
There you go. Okay, I have to
Are the
jump ahead.
nominees for achievement in visual effects?
Dune.
The envelope, please.
This is a fun category.
Dune.
Yep.
Free Guy.
Yeah.
No
The Free
Time
Guy.
to Die.
Uh-huh.
Shang-Chi and the Legend.
Yeah,
of the
obviously,
Ten
Marvel.
Rings. Spider-Man.
Heck yes. Woo! Woo! Spider-Man No Way Home gets a nomination in visual effects. I will take it.
No Way Home.
I will take it.
Thank you so much to all the firefighters,
Thank you
paramedics,
very
and
much.
EMTs for
Moving
all
on.
the cinematography.
Cinematography. I see Roger Deakins in there.
Dune.
Dune, obviously.
Nightmare Alley.
That was good. Good
The
cinematography.
Power of the Dog.
Okay.
The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Have been
and
able to
West
see that.
Side Story.
Well, yep, definitely.
And now,
Very, very
here are
good.
the
Very good
nominees
looking.
for achievement in production design.
Dune, West Side Story, Power of the Dog, because why the heck not? Sorry if I'm peeking so much. This is very difficult to moderate. Okay. Dune, Power of the Dog, obviously. I haven't seen anything for Spencer. Maybe House of Gucci.
Dune.
Yep.
Nightmare Alley.
Mhm.
The Power of the
Yeah,
Dog.
there. Yep.
The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Uh-huh.
And West Side Story.
They're pretty easy.
Oh my God, Leslie, are you?
At least he's
Are you
having
wearing
fun.
something different?
Here are the nominees for Best International Feature Film.
Yep.
Drive My Car, Japan.
I've heard of that.
Flee,
I don't typically watch
Denmark.
foreign films.
The Hand of God, Italy.
Okay.
Luana, A Yak in the Classroom,
Interesting.
Bhutan. And The Worst Person in the World, Norway.
I've heard
Leslie,
of
you
that.
keep stealing all my lines.
He's not reading the name
There's
tag.
one
He's just
for you.
reading the
Okay, thanks.
script.
Let's head to Ira Aldridge Theater at Howard
Alright.
University.
Yes,
in
these people are
Washington,
wonderful.
DC.
I just need to get to what's announced.
The nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role are
Leading actor.
Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos,
Okay. Yep.
Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the
Obviously.
Dog, Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom,
Uh-huh.
Will Smith in King Richard,
King Richard.
and Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Definitely. Well done, Denzel. Another nomination for him.
Yes. Well done. Beautiful. Thank you, Felicia and John, and all of the students who joined us today.
And nominees
Actress.
for performance by an actress in a leading role.
The Kristen Stewart.
Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Okay.
Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter.
Penelope Cruz in Parallel Mothers.
Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos.
Yep. I haven't seen Meeting the Ricardos.
And Kristen Stewart in Spencer.
Yeah, there we go.
Just 2 more categories left.
Woo, this is
Okay,
so
here we go.
exciting. The first is for achievement in directing.
And then
the
Best Picture.
nominees are
Denis Villeneuve, maybe Spielberg for West Side Story. Power of the Dog. Power of the Dog's gonna get it, or gonna get one of them.
Kenneth Branagh,
For
Belfast.
Belfast, yep.
Ryusuke Hamaguchi,
Drive My Car.
Drive My
That's
Car.
getting some recognition.
Paul Thomas Anderson,
Yep,
Licorice
yep.
Pizza.
Can't miss that.
Jane Campion, The
Power
Power
of the
of the
Dog.
Dog.
And Steven Spielberg,
Woo!
West Side Story.
And finally,
I don't know how many Oscars Spielberg has won at this point. I feel like he hasn't won a whole lot. Maybe more as in his early career. How much do I know on Google? Note to self: how many Oscars has? Oh, maybe I can just. How many Oscars has Spielberg? Oops, that was very terrible. Google trying to help me out, and I did not let it. Director. This isn't helping. How many director Oscars? Spielberg's won the first 1978. So 3. Won the honor twice, and Steven only 3 he's won. So maybe a 4th one for him. That'd be really cool.
the big one. Here are the nominees for
Power of the Dog.
Best Picture.
Actually, I've heard that Power of the Dog is nominated for Best Picture. So spoiler anyway.
Belfast.
Okay.
Laura Berwick. Kenneth
I've heard it's
Branagh,
all right.
Becca Kovacic and Tamar Thomas, producers.
Coda. Philippe
Okay, I really need to
Rousselet,
see that movie.
Fabrice Giaffermi and Patrick Waxberger, producers.
Producers.
Don't Look Up. Adam McKay
Interesting.
and Kevin Messick, producers.
Okay.
Drive My Car.
Sorry, I feel like I heard background. A little bit of stirring up. Here we go.
Teruhisa Yamamoto, producer.
Dune. Mary Parent,
Of course.
Denis Villeneuve, and Cale Boiter. Producers.
King Richard, Tim White,
Mm-hmm.
Trevor White, and Will Smith. Producers.
I think 9 or 10 movies get nominated total for Best
Licorice
Picture.
Pizza, Sarah Murphy,
Of course.
Adam Somner, and Paul
Wasn't a
Thomas
huge fan of the movie
Anderson,
myself.
producers.
Nightmare Alley.
Okay.
Guillermo
I
del
thought it was
Toro,
all right.
J. Miles Dale, and Bradley Cooper. Producers.
Not too impressed with the story.
The Power of the Dog. Jane
Yep, there it is.
Campion, Tanya Segachian, Emil Sherman, Ian Canning, and Roger Frappier, producers.
And West Side Story.
There we go.
Steven Spielberg and Christy McCosker.
Fairly predictable.
Krieger, producers.
Only so many great movies that came out last year. I think
And the
that's
best
it.
part, you're already dressed.
The lens of like adolescence, and it really just.
And I think they're just talking about
wonderful. Drive My Car. This is one that
these
fan
movies.
of the original. Nightmare Alley from 1947 with Tyrone Power is great. So when I heard that they were remaking it, I was a little nervous, but of course, Guillermo del Toro is just a genius.
Yeah, they're talking
Dynamics
about the
of a
movies, the
family
Best Picture movies.
Up from the wild streets of Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. I smell Oscar 2023. Until then, everybody.
Okay, until then, those are your Oscar picks. Those are your Oscar nominations. Fairly predictable. A lot of great movies that I watched or heard about or knew about in one way or another were nominated and pulled up. As I heard, Power of the Dog was nominated for just about everything or for most of the categories. It pulled Lord of the Rings, so it was nominated for almost everything. We'll see if it wins almost everything. I have yet to see that movie. Spider-Man No Way Home was nominated once for visual effects. Super cool there. I don't think it's gonna win because Marvel doesn't typically win with that category. I feel like Marvel needs to win it with that category at some point. I feel like maybe Endgame should have had a chance with visual effects, but we have Marvel in there for Spider-Man No Way Home, so super cool for that. Let's see if I can find Oscars 2022 nominations. Nominations list, oscars.org. Here we go. All right, I'll share this screen here. We go. Okay, just kind of look over everything. Actor in leading role, these don't really surprise me. Will Smith, Denzel Washington, super happy to see him nominated. Benedict Cumberbatch for Power of the Dog, very cool to see Andrew Garfield nominated for something. Javier Bardem, I love him being in the Ricardos. Supporting role, Coda was nominated a few times. I think it's hearing a daughter who is hearing. She's in a family of deaf people, I think is how that goes. I have a deaf dog, so I've been slowly increasingly interested in like deaf subject matter, so I definitely need to look into that movie. What was the movie? Sound of Metal that came out a few years ago, 2019 I think it was. Loves that movie. It's not about deafness per se. Well, sort of it's partially about deafness and hard of hearing and adapting to being hard of hearing and deaf. Riz Ahmed, fantastic performance. And then Paul, whatever his last name, supporting character, fantastic from him. Loved that independent movie that came out a couple years ago. So that kind of dealt with the deaf and hard of hearing subject matter. So Coda will absolutely have to look into that. Anything else that stands out to me? Kristen Stewart, wonderful that she was nominated. I think that's either her first or maybe second Oscar nomination. Maybe she has a number of others before this. Power of the Dog again, actress. Ariana DeBose. I need to answer this question for myself. West Side Story. I'm asking the dumb. Was she Maria? That's my big question. I'm pretty sure she was. West Side Story. Spielberg. No, Rachel Zelger was Maria. So then DeBose. Anita, that's who she was. Yeah, great performance there. I'm with that. Anime feature doesn't surprise me. I think 2 of these. So is Luca Pixar? I feel like Luca is Pixar. Can I type? Disney? Yeah. 2 Pixar films. Pixar has been busy, and Pixar has been kicking it out of the park too. Encanto was great. Flea is a different animated movie. Mitchell's versus the Machines. I'm not sure who or what produced that. Sony Pictures Animation, fair enough. And then Raya, I think, is DreamWorks. James Newton Howard did the music. Didn't he pass away? I don't know. I'm a little bit confused now. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's DreamWorks. Raya Last Dragon I'm just going to pose this question real quick. Is it DreamWorks? Walt Disney, maybe not. Anyway, I mean, there's so many other categories to go over. Dune was nominated for pretty much. I don't think Dune was snubbed for. Well, in my opinion, and probably in the opinion of other people, I think Dune was snubbed for director, and that's probably it. It got adapted. It was nominated adapted screenplay, I believe. Best picture, production, short film. Written, yes, yeah. Code is adapted screenplay, so I guess director, honestly, is the only place where Dune was snubbed. I mean, as a whole, I think all of these did really good. I'm surprised that Don't Look Up was nominated so many times. I think it was nominated for Best Picture, too. I had Best Picture, then I lost. Here we go. Yes, nominated for Best Picture. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but Don't Look Up, the divisive political movie, yada yada, was nominated for several things. So interesting. Don't know if it'll win anything. Probably not. Licorice Pizza, I think will win at least one thing. That'd be interesting and cool and kind of fitting if it did. Power of the Dog, I'm sure will sweep everything because Power of the Dog swept everything or almost everything. It did not. It was nominated for writing. I've heard Drive My Car. At least No Time to Die was nominated for several things. James Bond movies are usually nominated for several things. Sounds, yeah, I think so it was sound design, sound mixing and sound editing were two different categories up until 2019, 2020, something like that. Now it's just best sound. Oops. Speaking of sound, I'm not winning best sound anytime soon. It was condensed down to one category, which is great, which is super fitting. Now we can have just 5 movies to the one category, so nice and easy. Power of the Dog, West Side Story has great sound. Dune has amazing sound. No Time to Die has great sound. So that's a fun category. I'm not sure what will win. Just looking at this as at face value, what would I say? I'm torn between Dune and No Time to Die. Maybe just Dune. I'll just throw it to Dune. A lot of short films and documentaries to catch up on. The one documentary that I did watch last year wasn't nominated, so now I actually have to work. Best Picture, No Time to Die for music. Nothing, or let's see. The one song from Dos Agueritas. From Encanto, nominated. Original score, Hans Zimmer. We'll see if he gets something for Dune. That would be amazing. Otherwise, it might be close between that and Encanto or one of these other ones. I don't know how significant the music in Don't Look Up is. Makeup and hairstyling. Cruella is the obvious one. Dune is the great one. So maybe House of Gucci? I haven't seen The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Maybe I can just get a quick look at what this movie looks like. Period piece. Oh, is Andrew Garfield in this one? It just looks like it just looks a lot like him. Yeah, that's him. Eyes of Tammy Faye. I need to. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield's been busy. Tick, Tick, Boom, Eyes of Tammy Faye, and wonderfully made in No Way Home Spider-Man. Amazing. I love that guy. International feature. I've heard of Flea. Hand of God sounds interesting. So some international features to look into there. Film editing is the fun one. Tick, Tick, Boom has interesting editing. Dune has great editing. And have yet to look into Power of the Dog. Don't Look Up probably has weird editing because Adam McKay is a weird director of editing and such. Yeah. Documentary feature for Flea got a number of nominations. Attica sounds like Gattaca, so I keep thinking maybe it's a science fiction thing. That probably isn't what it isn't what it is. Attica movie. Let's see if I can. Oh, just lost my window. Can I pull it up real quick? Share window. Oh, that one. Okay. Details the 5-day Princeton Rebellion that transpired the fall of 1971. Oh, interesting. Oh. Showtime. Interesting. Well, that's there. Yeah. Okay. Those are our Oscar nominations for the year from of last year. Which something you may or may not learn from videos that I have done in the past of me reacting to past Oscar nominations. I am in a contest with 3 of my other friends to try to predict what movies are going to win in different categories for the Oscar, for the Academy Award ceremony that comes up in the next month. And we don't like wager money or like food or anything like that. And the winner basically gets like bragging rights because it's a really, really big deal if you're able to win the contest, able to like make all these different like 30 different predictions among like 30 different movies in 10 different categories or whatever's going on with the contest. So you get bragging rights if you win, and it's still a really cool and fun deal for the rest of us if you win the contest. If you lose the contest, you end up watching really bad movies or disliked unfavorable movies that all the other players have like voted on you. And so well, no, that's not exactly how it works. Whoever you lose below, like if you get second place and one other person wins above you, then you just watch the one bad movie that they assign to you. If you get absolute last place, then you have to watch 3 bad movies or the bad movies that were assigned to you from the up above 3 people who won above you. Anyway, if you lose, you watch at least one bad movie. If you win, you get bragging rights. You don't have to watch any bad movies. If you tie for winning, you don't have to watch the bad movie assigned from the other person and you get bragging rights. But if you tie for like any of the other places, then if you tie with someone, then you don't watch the bad movie from the other person. So if I tie with my buddy Daniel, either last place or first place or anywhere, I don't have to watch, what did he assign me? 2012 from Roland Emmerich, and he doesn't have to watch from me A Matter of Faith that I assigned to him. So that's kind of the hierarchy of punishable movies that we have in place for each other. So yeah, I'm going to print out my Oscar nomination sheets soon enough and get to researching and looking up what awards different movies won and what kind of ratings they won and stuff like that. Also, don't mind the background back there. This is like 40 minutes late. Don't mind the background back there. Office is very much a work in progress, and I definitely took down this entire wall to get to some mold that my wife and I found working its way through the basement walls here. It's totally safe. It's all totally good. Everything is taken care of, but we have not been able to put the wall back up there. So if you've been staring at any of this mess, don't mind that. Work in progress. Okay, there was one more thing that I wanted to do before I close out this whole thing. I didn't think this should totally be an Oscars reactionary stream. There was one more thing that I wanted to do here, if I can share. There is a movie that I keep seeing, that I've been seeing a poster for. Pull this all up. There's a movie that I've been seeing a poster for in my local theater that's coming out this month, allegedly. I haven't seen a single trailer for it. I looked it up on IMDb. It looks really fascinating, and it's called The Outfit. And I wanted to pull it up and watch it and react to it for the first time. So why the heck not? Only in theaters February 25th. That's in a couple of weeks. Well, it also has this guy in it whose name I'm spacing on. He was in Ready Player One and Dunkirk. Great guy and great actor. So now you get a trailer firsthand watching and reacting to this movie that I haven't seen anything about, and it's coming out later this month. So without further ado, here we go, and jumping into that.
What really happened in here tonight now?
You've been all over the world, You could have a shop anywhere you like, and yet you're here.
It doesn't terribly much matter where I am. I have my shears.
What else does a man need besides his shears?
This isn't art. This is a craft. You cannot make something good until you understand the customer.
Do we let all of our customers keep black boxes and back?
If we only allowed angels to be customers, soon we'd have no customers at all. Please, sirs, I don't want any trouble.
I need you to listen carefully.
Mark
There are
Rylance,
1,000
yeah, I
blue
think that's
boys
his name.
out there hunting for this. And if they find it, I start shooting. You follow? Making matters worse, there are 1,000 racket boys hunting for it too. And if they find it, they start shooting. You follow?
Don't want to be involved in whatever it is you do.
You know exactly what it is that we do.
Whoa. Full house tonight, huh?
Have you ever heard of The Outfit? The Outfit is a network of every big-time crew from Santa Monica to Coney Island. And tonight, they sent us messages. They're hiding something like...
I feel like I recognize him from somewhere. I'll look it up. Directed by Invitation Game Man. Okay.
Right now.
Why don't you try and take it, gentlemen? It's gonna be a long night.
Sew him up.
What? I can't.
Sew him up.
You need to tell me what really happened in here tonight. Now.
This March, allegedly?
You got 5 seconds to tell me what happened.
Open the trunk. What? Open the trunk and grab his arms, or I'm hiding 2 bodies.
5.
A number of things about me that you don't know.
4. Where's the tape, Francis? 3. I'm telling you, this is the truth.
You want to survive the night? You look them dead in the eyes, and you pretend you're one of them.
Radar. Okay, could be March after all. We'll see if it even comes up this month in February. Okay, the outfit. That looks really cool. I was digging the music, even though it's kind of a sight in the trailer. It looks kind of like, I mean, am I still on camera? I should still be good. Anyway, looks like a really cool espionage. Well, not espionage, but like what am I trying to say? Like under the table infiltration. Like this gang is using the trailer shop as their operations, and then Mark Rylance, the main guy, kind of gets entangled into it, and he's trying to like work his way through and not get harmed or anything like that, and doing his job as a tailor. And so I'll go ahead and just pull it up here on IMDb. That looks really interesting, and it looks like it can get like really, really intense and really, really deep into a thriller espionage type of thing as this gang just gets all mixed up into the whole shop. One night, 2 killers knock on his door in need of a favor, and Linares is thrust onto the board in a deadly game of deception. You can't see what I'm looking into. Hold up. But there we go. Really cool poster with the scissors. I noticed the big giant fabric cutting scissors were constantly there. That was really cool. I love how old-fashioned this poster is. Can I maximize this? I love how old-fashioned this poster looks. It kind of looks like not the man who knew too much, but some of Hitchcock's movies, it looks like, or The Third Man or something like that. One of those, you know what decade, 20s or 30s or 40s, mystery suspect, the usual suspects type of poster. Really old fashioned. I love the scissors are there, as that looks like a major prop or a weapon or a key thing. And I literally just noticed the person's silhouette right here that creates the gap in these scissors, and even creates like this the what do you call it, the grip, the inside grip into the scissors. I just saw that. This is a really cool poster. Old fashioned works perfectly, obviously, with the old fashioned thing with the movie. That's really amazing. I'm just adoring how artful and intentionally old fashioned this poster is. Every suspect fits a pattern. And then here's that line. Maybe I'll analyze this poster further after I watch the movie. more fun to be had. Anyway, finally watched that trailer. Hopefully I'll watch that trailer again in the theater once we come closer to the movie. Maybe it comes out next month in March, as the trailer suggested. Maybe it's later than February. We shall see what's going to happen. Very excited for that movie. I love the main actor. Can I look up really quick? Who is that other old guy who I was curious of? Cast list. This isn't Simon Russell, I think it was. Simon Russell Beale? Maybe Death of Stalin. Oh, that's a movie. I'm not going to say further about that. Okay, yeah, the outfit. Much to look forward to with that. Another anticipated movie to add on to the year for sure. Lots of fun and really cool espionage inside, hustling with gangsters and criminals funneling themselves into a tailor shop. Very excited to see that, and excited to see what kind of mystery unravels with that, and see what the poster is all about, and see what the pattern thing is all about. Anyway, that said, those are my reactions to the Oscar nominations for this year. My cord is just getting everywhere here from my headphones. I shall get to work and print out the nominations, take a look at them, do some research on what movies have won different awards and different things in the past and how they have done rating-wise and everything, and see how well I can bet on the Oscar contest going on with my buddies and I, and see how that goes. And I'm starting to get loopy as it gets late, and hopefully I don't watch the bad movies that have been challenged on me. One of my friends gambled the Garbage Pail Kids on me to watch. If I lose to him, I might lose to him, but I've won against him by a single point before. Maybe I can do that again here. Anyhow, okay, I think that's pretty much all I had planned for this live stream. I should jump off pretty soon. Thanks to anybody who watches later on in this rebroadcast. If you've caught up to how late and how long at this point to where the video is. I have another live stream planned Thursday evening with a buddy of mine. We're going to talk about Moonfall, Halloween Kills, look over the trailer and look over our different thoughts on that movie, and look over another movie of last year with Spider-Man No Way Home. We're just going to kind of look at those trailers and pick them out and see what's going on shot by shot, what made Halloween Kills turn out so bad, what made Spider-Man No Way Home turn out so great, and what made Moonfall also turn out so bad. So we're going to look at the trailers and kind of pick them out shot by shot and talk about those and much more movie depth. So thanks to anybody who has made it this far. I appreciate anyone who has made it this far. Thank you for all 161 subscribers for staying tuned and watching. Content wise, I might be slowing down a little bit over this past month as I am going to start working on my reel and putting my videos together and making kind of a professional reel, and see how I can reach out job wise and get something going professionally wise. So I might be slowing down a little bit on this channel, but I'll try to live stream as much as I can and do fun live streaming things as much as I can. Okay, anyway, with that said, if you yourself are participating in some kind of Oscar contest, or going to watch the Academy Awards yourself, good luck to your contest, or have fun whatever is going on. If you're watching the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday, have fun with that. I'll be loosely watching it. The Super Bowl is like it's there. For us movie people, the Oscars is typically the Super Bowl or the Golden Globes. Anyhow, thanks everybody who's watching, and thank you to you if you have stayed up late enough and watched late this far into the stream. I'll close off now, and I will see you next time, maybe later on this month. Watch great movies, go make your own, and see you later.